Hello, this is Brian Smith, and welcome to the Daily Influence. And this is where we get to try to influence you with our mission, which is to give you a daily dose of positive influence and help to uplift you and give you some takeaways that you can use in your day-to-day areas of influence. And ultimately for you to have positive influence in all that you do. We're here every day, morning, noon, night, while you're getting ready in the morning, coffee, lunch breaks. It's just a short 7 to 10 minute time that we spend with you to try to share with you some of the experiences, thoughts, and our influence about positivity and individual influence, which is our mission here at the I Am Team series. Today, we're going to be talking about focus and deliberate acts. We've come out of our slowdown sessions, the last few episodes, and we're getting into the area where we want to talk about being focused. What do you do when you slow down? What do we do with this whole concept of slowing down to go faster? And it's get focus. And when we get focus, we can begin to have better control over ourselves, our actions, our intentions, what we're doing with our slow down self, what we're doing with this new focus that we have when we're in the moment. So deliberate acts are really important to understand, because those deliberate acts are really going to be what help make us more positive, have a more positive influence. So one of the things we talk about maintaining focus is getting rid of distractions, turning your phone off, turning off the things that are around you that can distract you, and the shiny things that could pivot you, cause disruption, and have you lose focus. When we choose to put into our lives those barriers to distraction, that in itself is a deliberate act. It requires slowing down and thinking, how can I provide for my environment to give me opportunities for better focus? For me, it's turning my phone off, or if I need to leave it on, turning the screen down even on the table so I can't see every time that someone might text me or email me, because that's a distraction. And we talked about immediate gratification. What's the first thing we want to do when we see something happen on our screens, on our phones, or even on our computers? We want to respond. We want to pick it up. We want to answer. We want to get in it. And that's not focus. So creating deliberate acts of opportunity for us to ignore those things, or at least set them aside for the moment where our focus is needed, is really important. Looking at people, listening to learn when you're having a conversation, that's a deliberate act. If you find yourself oftentimes trailing off like this and, not being able to stay focused on a topic, pick a point to stare at on that person who's speaking. Choose their eyes, choose their mouth, choose their ear, choose something that gets you focused on them, that can help hold that attention. Not just the words, but the visual. Give yourself 2 hooks into them that will help hold your attention. That's a deliberate act of focus. That's giving yourself some opportunities and some ways to stay connected to that person, so that we don't let our mind wander. We don't allow distraction to happen. We don't let things get in the way of our understanding, because when we do that, we lose context. How many times have you been around in a group of people having a conversation and you lose track of what the topic was? Or you're in one group of people, but your ear is to another group of people because you heard something that was going on in that group. So now your ears are focused to that, even though your eyes might be forward looking at somebody else. Learn to reconcile and have parity with your eyes and your ears and your senses. Be in the moment, stay focused. Be deliberate about your environment. Choose that focus. And that way, you'll feel better about being held accountable for the acts that you make. That includes how we respond to people in these areas of influence we find ourselves. When people are speaking to us and we have focused on them, we give them better answers. We provide them validation for what they're saying, and we're into that conversation. And that's a level of respect that we owe each other as humans, and we owe the people in our area of influence, whatever that might be, a small group, even self. We owe that to ourselves. Deliberate acts of focus will help you to slow down. A byproduct of slowing down is being deliberate, intentional. So practice focusing on your environment. Practice having deliberate acts, whatever they are. And then you'll feel better about claiming ownership for those decisions, for those deliberate acts. And you'll find that accountability becomes a much more positive aspect of your life, not a negative one. I hope that you've enjoyed this daily dose of daily influence. Join us again tomorrow. We're going to talk about more focus and about comfortable focus and how we get in our own heads and can miss what's going on around us. So have a great day. Have a good day of positive influence for you and yours.